Nastia Liukin. I mean, if there's a Mount Rushmore of, I'm serious, of gymnasts, women gymnasts, United States, boom, Mary Lou Retton, Shannon Miller, who I'm going to see in about a month. We're doing a charity thing together. And you're on the Mount Rushmore. You're 25 years old. This doesn't make sense, but you're that great. How do you feel when people say stuff like that?
It's crazy. I mean, I don't really think about it on a day-to-day basis, especially anymore now that I'm not competing. But thank you. I appreciate that. But, for me, gymnastics was something that I just had a huge passion for ever since I was very young. Both my parents were gymnasts, and I just kind of grew up in a gymnastics family and developed that love and passion for the sport, and never thought it would bring me to places like this. So it's surreal.
Now, we're here today. We announced the tickets are on sale for the United States Championships, the P&G Championships coming here in August at Bankers Life, a building we're so proud of here. We have all these great events here. But this city is special to you and your dad. I'm old enough. I remember 1991 at the Hoosier Dome, the World Championship. Your dad competed. You've competed here. So Indianapolis, Indiana has a special place in your heart.
It really does. And also it's the home of USA Gymnastics. It has been for many years. So Indianapolis has always been special. Like you said, my dad competed at the 91 World Championships. In 2005, I competed at my first senior national championships and won that title. So it was really the kickoff to my career. A few years later, went on to Beijing, to the Olympic Games there, and won 5 medals and the all-around gold medals. So it was really, it was the kickoff to my career, and it has always held very special memories, and it being the first year that I did win that, senior national title. So I'm excited to come back next summer.
I was going to ask you go to Beijing. Here's all this pressure. You're wearing the greatest uniform any athlete can wear, USA, right? Do you get to go see the Great Wall, or do you get to tour anything?
It's really funny. I was in Beijing maybe not so funny, but I was in Beijing for a month and never saw the Great Wall. I know. So it is on my bucket list to one day go back. I was just in China for the World Gymnastics Championships. We flew into Beijing, but we were only there for a few hours, and it was actually in Nanning, China. But it is on my bucket list to go back and to kind of explore the city, and also see it when it's not all dolled up, how they did for the Olympics, and actually see the culture and explore the city. So one day I would love to go back. Right now I just haven't quite had the time to make it over there. It's a long journey, but I would love to do that.
You got to be the only person to go to Beijing for 30 days and not see the Great Wall. I understand you had some other things to do.
A few things, yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely a special place. My parents both went. They didn't have to, because it's you go from the Olympic Village to the cafeteria to training to the cafeteria to rest to training again. It's just this cycle that you're on for an entire month. And when we weren't training, we just want to be resting and saving our energy. And I hear the Great Wall is quite a hike, so we just didn't have time to do it.
Okay, one of the crazy things I like to ask is, okay, so you're training, this is it, you're getting ready for the gold, and now it's over. You got to be craving some type of food. Is there something that you're dying to eat that you couldn't eat when you were training?
My thing was always cookies, chocolate chip cookies. But, my mom actually taught me something when I was really young, was she was like, you can't deprive yourself from anything, because if you do, then that's all you're going to want. And so she said, if you want a cookie, eat a cookie. Just don't eat a whole box of cookies. And I've kind of that's kind of stuck with me, even though I don't train and don't have to be in a leotard anymore. I'll have a cookie when I want a cookie, but I just typically don't eat a whole box or a dozen or anything.
They say moderation is good.
It is, yeah. I agree with that. I think everything in moderation is okay. Obviously, if you're in high-intensity training and it's a few weeks before the Olympics, you probably aren't eating, any cookies. I definitely wasn't, but everybody is also very different. But, everything in moderation.
There's a reason I'll have 3 pieces of pizza today at lunch, because I don't have to get in a leotard anymore either. So I'll have 3 pieces of pizza and kind of work through that. What should fans expect when they come here August to see these great championships?
Well, right now, the U.S. team has been so dominant. The World Championships just a few weeks ago in China. The World team title went to USA for on the women's side for the second consecutive year in a row. The men won the bronze medal. Simone Biles, who is somebody we will definitely be hearing a lot of over these next few years, she won the world all-around title 2 years in a row as well. And, she has just been the one to watch. And I haven't really seen anybody as talented and as great as she has been these last 2 years. And I keep saying if the Olympics were today or this year, she would for sure be the Olympic all-around champion. That's how good she is. And so it's going to be exciting next year. Next summer, because it's going to be a year out from Rio. So it'll really start gearing up as, who will potentially see at the Olympic Games in Rio.
Okay, you're a 25-year-old, beautiful.
Almost. Not
so
yet.
you're 24. Okay, she's a 24-year-old, beautiful college student at NYU, but in gymnastics terms, you're this old legend,
like a dinosaur.
decrepit,
Yeah.
One of the greats of all time. Little girls come up and ask you for your autograph and said, "You were my favorite. I was growing up," and they're like 6.
Yeah, now they're 6. Yeah, exactly. Or
how do you handle that?
They weren't even born yet, and I'm like, you don't remember watching me. You're 5. It's very surreal. I mean, the women's gymnastics on the women's side is very short-lived, and the Olympic Games, it really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, sometimes too, if you're lucky. And, so it's great, though, because I'm still able to really stay involved in the world of gymnastics through USA Gymnastics. I have my own competition, the Nastia Liukin Cup, and but I am also a full-time college student taking 18 credits and trying to keep up with that. I mean, I just took a midterm last night and then flew here, and so my mind is just like all over the place. I have to be reminded where I am sometimes, but I've always been the kind of person that I like to be doing 30 things at once, or else I'm bored. So it's been a nice little balance to have. I mean, if I'm not balancing on the beam anymore, I might as well, have some type of balance, I guess, in my life.
I talked to the Fierce Five right here on these steps. Interviewed him when they were here for their event a year or 2 ago, and I asked them this: when you won all your deals and you're going on the Today Show or whatever, who was the biggest celebrity that said, "Hey, congratulations," or acknowledged you, and you went, "Oh my God, somebody knows who I am," and said congratulations?
Gosh, that's so tough. There's been so many people. I mean, I'm a huge sports fan and a huge basketball fan. So growing up in Dallas, I was like obsessed with Dirk Nowitzki, and I actually met him at the Olympic Village, and I've met him many times since then, and I've told him the entire story because, of course, like at the time he probably doesn't remember, but he was like, "Oh my God, that's right." He was like, you were like the little gymnast that stopped. Like we were in the cafeteria both eating, and I had seen him before. My teammates knew how obsessed I was, and I was like, "Oh my God, I have to get a picture." But I was too scared the first time, and then I was so upset. I said, "I'm never gonna see him again. I just missed my opportunity." And the day before the all-around final, so like the day before I won my gold medal, I saw him and I was like, I have to get a picture. So I like tapped him like on the shoulder and I was like, "Hi," I was like, "I'm a huge fan. Can I get a picture?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And then at the end I was like, "Go Mavs!" And all of my friends have made fun of me since then, but I still have that picture, and I love going to basketball games when I am home in Dallas. And I think again, being a sports fan, that I got to be friends with Maria Sharapova, who I was always a fan of growing up, and obviously, like in the acting and in the music world, I have met some incredible, talented people. Taylor Swift, I've gotten a chance to meet. So I think like any girl my age or younger probably was excited to meet her. But just also people that haven't been celebrities, that I've just been really interesting people that I've gotten to meet and share my experiences and hear about their life and their experiences, and being in such different worlds. And I've just learned a lot from so many different people.
Like me?
Yes, exactly.
So you add me to the list?
You've made the cut.
I made the cut. Hey, seriously, as great as you were representing us, you've been and wonderfully on NBC. You're really, really good. You are a better person. Please tell your dad we said hi, and we look forward to seeing him in Indiana and you in August. You've been a joy. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank
Go
you.
Pacers.
Boom, baby. Give me a boom, baby.
Boom, baby.